Let's go Falcons! We're back with another exclusive update, and this one has some ripple effects that could even impact our NFC rivals. Before we dive in, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for your daily dose of Atlanta Falcons updates. Your support helps us stay strong, bringing you exclusive insights and breaking news. Let's get to it. The Falcons made significant moves to bolster their defense by adding not one, but two familiar faces to their coaching staff. Nathan Ali as defensive line coach and Mike Ruttenberg as defensive passing game coordinator. Both hires bring a wealth of experience and a strong connection with Atlanta's new defensive coordinator, Jeff Ulbrich. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. These additions could open the door for a big splash in free agency, potentially reuniting them with Jets star linebacker Jamien Sherwood. Why should you care about Sherwood? Let's break it down. Sherwood had a breakout season in 2024, playing in all 17 games with 16 starts and logging an incredible 158 tackles, including an NFL-high 98 solo tackles. The 25-year-old also tallied 10 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and proved to be a commanding presence on the field. And here's the kicker. Sherwood earned the Jets' Most Valuable Player award, voted on by his teammates, which speaks volumes about his impact both on and off the field. Sherwood wasn't even supposed to be a starter in 2024. He stepped in after C.J. Mosley was sidelined with injuries, and he seized the opportunity to prove his worth. Jeff Ulbrich, who coached him during his time with the Jets, has nothing but high praise for Sherwood's work ethic and potential. In fact, Ulbrich called him a hot commodity in the league, predicting that teams will be lining up to sign him this offseason. Falcons fans, could Atlanta be one of those teams? Mike Ruttenberg, who also coached Sherwood with the Jets, played a pivotal role in the linebacker's development. Ruttenberg believed in Sherwood's potential as a converted safety, guiding him through a position change and even helping him rebrand his body after a season-ending ankle injury in his rookie year. Their bond goes beyond football. Sherwood has credited Ruttenberg as a mentor who is always available, no matter the time of day, to provide guidance and support. But let's talk fit. Sherwood already knows the defensive system Ulbrich plans to implement in Atlanta, making him a seamless addition to the Falcons roster. His leadership and familiarity with the scheme would be invaluable in the meeting room and on the field. Imagine Sherwood lining up next to Caden Ellis, adding a proven, dynamic playmaker to a linebacker core that has struggled with injuries and inconsistency. It's a move that could elevate the Falcons' defense to new heights. Of course, there's always a catch, and in this case, it's the salary cap. Atlanta currently sits in the red with negative $10 million in cap space, ranking 28th in the league. While the Falcons have options to free up room, they also have other pressing needs, including pass rushers, cornerbacks, and a starting safety to pair with Jesse Bates III. The big question is whether the team can afford to prioritize Sherwood without compromising other critical upgrades. Let's not forget the bigger picture. These coaching hires, combined with the potential addition of Sherwood, signal a clear vision for the Falcons' defense. It's a vision built on familiarity, trust, and proven success. With Ulbrich, Ruttenberg, and Ali leading the charge, Atlanta is setting the stage for a defensive resurgence. The front office's ability to navigate the financial landscape will determine whether Sherwood becomes part of that vision. So, Falcons fans, what do you think? Should the Falcons make a push for Jamien Sherwood in free agency, or should they focus their resources elsewhere? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Now, let's talk about Michael Penix Jr., Kirk Cousins, and what this means for the Falcons going forward. Michael Penix Jr. has shown in just 3 games why he is the future of this franchise. His poise, decision-making, and ability to make big plays under pressure have been nothing short of impressive. Penix has the tools to make every throw in the NFL and the composure of a seasoned veteran. Falcons fans, this is the guy we've been waiting for, a quarterback with the potential to lead Atlanta for years to come. He's already locked in as the starter in 2025, and the excitement surrounding him is well-deserved. But here's the frustrating part. The Falcons won't be able to fully capitalize on having a young, talented quarterback on a rookie contract. As we've seen in the NFL, having a top-tier quarterback on a rookie contract opens up a critical window for teams to build a Super Bowl-caliber roster. Think Bengals with Joe Burrow or Eagles with Jalen Hurts. That extra salary cap space could be the difference between a playoff team and a legitimate contender. Unfortunately for Atlanta, that window is in jeopardy because of Kirk Cousins. Whether the Falcons decide to keep Cousins, trade him, or cut him, his salary will continue to be a significant burden on the team's cap space. The exact amount depends on how the situation plays out, but one thing is certain, it will limit what the team can do this offseason. That means fewer resources to bolster the roster around Penix during these critical early years of his career. And let's be honest, adding Penix and Cousins in the same year was a head-scratching move to begin with. It's a decision that essentially guarantees the Falcons won't be able to take full advantage of having Penix on a rookie deal. The problem extends beyond the players. Keeping general manager Terry Fontenot in charge after these decisions adds another layer of confusion. The inability to maximize the value of Penix's contract while navigating the salary cap impact of Cousins raises questions about the team's leadership. That's not to say the Falcons can't be competitive in 2025. They absolutely can. With the right moves, this team could very well challenge for a playoff spot. But building a true Super Bowl contender while managing the financial burden of Cousins' contract? That's a much steeper climb. Still, there's plenty of reason to be optimistic. Penix is a special talent, and his presence alone gives the Falcons a fighting chance in any game. The challenge now is finding creative ways to build a roster that can compete at the highest level despite the financial constraints. That will require smart decisions in free agency and the draft, as well as a bit of luck. But if Penix continues to develop as expected, he could be the catalyst that lifts this team beyond its current constraints. So, Falcons fans, what do you think? Can the team overcome these challenges and build a winner around Michael Penix Jr.? What would you do with Kirk Cousins' contract if you were in charge? The NFC South is in a unique position heading into 2025. The Carolina Panthers are improving, but they still have too many holes to be a serious contender. And the New Orleans Saints? They're a complete mess, saddled with aging veterans and a brutal salary cap situation. So realistically, the division is once again a battle between Atlanta and Tampa Bay. If you followed last season closely, you know that both teams tried their best to throw away the division lead at times. In the end, the Falcons managed to win with the most spectacular collapse down the stretch. But let's focus on 2025. Tampa has Baker Mayfield, who lost yet another offensive coordinator, and Atlanta is entering a new era with Michael Penix Jr. at quarterback, leaving behind the Kirk Cousins experiment. Both teams have their concerns heading into the offseason, but one thing is clear. One of these teams will host a playoff game in January. Last season's matchups were some of the most exciting games the Falcons played all year, and this year could be even better. Winning the division starts with dominating these head-to-head battles, and they're likely to be some of the most pivotal games on the schedule. Next, let's talk about a non-divisional game that has fans excited. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills coming to Atlanta. Yes, you heard that right. The Falcons will be hosting one of the league's best quarterbacks in 2025, and this is a game that feels like a true benchmark for Atlanta. For many Falcons fans, this will be the first chance to see Josh Allen in person since he became one of the NFL's elite quarterbacks. This game isn't just exciting because of the star power. It's an opportunity to see how close Atlanta is to competing with the league's best. The Bills were expected to take a step back last season after losing some key pieces, but Josh Allen reminded everyone why he's one of the league's most dangerous players. Falcons fans are hoping that Michael Penix Jr. can develop into that kind of quarterback, someone who can keep his team competitive no matter the circumstances. The challenge here for Atlanta will be containing Allen, especially his running ability. He's one of the toughest quarterbacks to bring down when he gets going, and the Falcons have historically struggled against mobile quarterbacks. This game will be a true test for Atlanta's defense and a chance for Penix to show that he belongs on the same stage as the league's elite. Finally, we have a matchup that's already generating a lot of buzz. Atlanta Falcons versus Washington Commanders. Why? Because it's Michael Penix Jr. versus Jaden Daniels, a rematch of two of the most exciting rookies in the 2024 class. Penix may still be finding his feet in the league, but Daniels, he's already set an impossibly high bar. He led the Commanders to the playoffs in his rookie season, knocking out Atlanta with a decisive overtime win. And that's not all. Daniels defeated Tampa Bay and Detroit in the playoffs, cementing his status as the gold standard for rookie quarterbacks. This game is more than just a battle between two teams. It's a showdown between two young quarterbacks with arguably the strongest arms in their class. Daniels has proven he can handle high-pressure moments, while Penix is still writing his own story. The narrative is written. Can Penix rise to the occasion and defeat the quarterback who shut out Atlanta last season? If their first meeting was any indication, we're in for an exciting game. So, Falcons fans, there you have it, the three most interesting matchups on Atlanta's 2025 schedule. Which one are you most excited about? Do you think Penix can step up and lead this team to victory in these big games? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for all the updates. Go Falcons!